Andre.
Ryan, we didn't do it. You didn't tell me your record. But I know it.
What was it?
1-2.
Yeah, it was.
Kadri hits.
Yeah.
Over doesn't.
Kale has 2 shots in the first period.
Right there, Kale.
Right
right there.
By the way, as always, he got robbed. He had one on the power play that wasn't credited to him.
When will true professionals like us be able to count on other true professionals that are analyzing and tracking stats of other true professionals, Ryan? When? When will this system not be flawed with these middlemen?
I know.
I need to know the qualifications of every stat keeper in every building in America now.
We need
today.
We need to build something called Stat Scout.
Oh. Yes,
where
Ryan.
we can track.
Yes, I've never needed more. Yes,
of the stat keepers of each building.
Yes, our guy, Mike Trout, Zachary Castro, 3-1 versus Dre in fantasy football. He has an idea. Well, maybe I shouldn't even give it out, but it's his proprietary, so we can't give it out.
Sign an NDA on that.
A law firm that defends bettors against lousy stat keeping.
Oh wow! Let's get after some stats keepers. Speaking of keeping track of numbers, if you're wondering why we're late, it's 100% the fault of Ali Monroy. Direct all complaints her way. Honestly, Yaya should take part of the accountability for not being here.
I know.
It's Yaya's day off.
I thought she was going to say
Yaya's
like
day
his
off
birthday.
sounds like a show that I would watch.
Yeah, actually, I'm publishing the children's book next week. So.
I think it's the Avs guys for going so late.
Oh.
I'm gonna blame Jesse for not being able to.
Jesse's not here to defend himself.
No, that's right.
Cheap shot, I would say.
Yeah, many shots.
All right, lean night. Like, what's the point of having a Friday if the Avs or Nuggets aren't going to play?
It's true. It's
we just
really
push
true.
Friday back a day, work another day tomorrow, and then get an extended weekend that goes into Monday?
Well, you essentially get that apart from the Monday. So
why is that?
Your weekend's extended, but it ends on Sunday, and you will be working Sunday.
Yeah.
Just a reminder.
Yes,
so.
I'll be working every day, as always.
Yeah. Well, okay, see, there you go. You extended it. Boom.
You and I should start taking days off and just leave the other one here hanging.
We should. That kind of sounds great.
Okay, let's get to our big threes. I hate the slate. We'll go with me first.
All right, you doing a bet right now? You really hate this slate?
I hate the slate. I was honestly too lazy to start diving into like Saturday and bets.
Oh, I know. I can see.
So I just went with tonight. But I actually do like these 2 picks. I just don't like the slate.
The Utes?
Utah -2.5, -120. It's honestly like...
You're big witty over Cristobal.
Yeah, Cristobal's got 1 foot out the door.
It's crazy.
If you look into your crystal ball, you'll see that he's not there in like a week.
Right. He's given the... this is really hard. I'll be taking my towns to South Beach speech.
Yeah.
He's prepped that millions of times.
Yep.
Do you ever wonder why LeBron chose that shirt in that video? Quick sidetrack.
I can kind of remember it. It's like a collared, like a Brooks Brothers type of shirt.
Yeah. Little white with blue lines.
Yes.
Wouldn't have been my first choice.
No, wouldn't have been in my top 50.
No, exactly. Exactly, yes.
Anyways, Cristobal,
Unlike
I think
Alex
he's going to
English.
leave.
Yep.
No fan support up there in Oregon. I don't know what's going on. They had less attendance and attendance percentage than the Buffs this year. Top 10 team in the country.
Wow.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Figure it out, Ducks.
What are they doing in Eugene?
That's terrible. I know. Like, do they?
I think they own.
They literally need to start paying fans now.
No, I think they they got so spoiled during the Chip Kelly heyday that they only care about national title contenders.
Oof, when that kind of happens to a fan base. You win a title or you sniff a title. I saw it happen to the 12th man in Seattle. Lovable, hardcore, a bunch of pampered, whiny assholes.
That's why you look at like fan bases like the Broncos. Like they never go anywhere. No, you might get like a couple thousand no-shows. But you're never talking about attendance woes with the Broncos.
No, it's true.
Same goes for the Avalanche. Like
those
fans are real fans.
It's true. It's true.
And the Buffs, I don't know how.
How?
I don't know how.
When did this shift occur?
I have no clue. Literally,
I was going to say in
the
Nebraska, they've been so cruddy, but they do still show up.
They do.
I mean, then again, what else do you have?
Nothing.
Not that we are to place any judgment on anyone.
No, we are.
Wow.
And we judge them for having nothing to do. The Buffs, I don't know what it is. I don't know if Folsom Field is just such a sacred sanctuary.
Right. After a year off,
yes.
people had to come back to Mecca.
Just gotta see it. Just gotta be there.
It really
breathe the
is
air.
like, yeah, it's like, going to a scenic mountaintop that tourists go to. Folsom, I consider,
Right, with
even if football's
concessions.
not played, right. With
The only thing that's sad is we didn't get a cold game. Like when you can see like the steam
games.
billowing from the campus buildings in the background. There's a light snow coming down on the Flatirons.
It's a shame they don't play hoops out
The
there.
smell of barbecue pierces
Oh.
the nostrils. For like 10 seconds, it sucked. Anyways, back
If
to
you
my
guys
big
don't
three.
know, that's Ryan's happy place.
Yes, it is.
Tailgating.
It's also where
Buffs
Allie and
game.
I met.
Of course it is.
Utah, Oregon, under 57.5, minus
Love this.
115. So I was thinking hard about this, and I do think it'll be a closer game. I mean, it was a 31-point game last time. We're not going to see a blowout again.
Right.
And I thought, what side of the ball is Oregon really going to figure things out on?
What side? What is it?
And I think it's defense. I think that's where they say, okay, look, let's make Cameron Rising beat us with his arm, commit heavy in the box, and that is going to cause this game to go under. So it's going to be closer, not because Oregon can go punch for punch with Utah's offense, but because they use their scheme on defense to slow down Utah a little bit in the trenches. A few more punts from the Utes. This baby goes under.
Beautiful. Some punting Utes. We don't have anyone at the wheel, Ryan. So you put out a Broncos.
Oh my God, we could crash into an iceberg in a second right now.
I used to often have dreams of being in a car where I was in shotgun, no one in the driver's seat.
By the way, great point here from Luis. He says the scene Ryan just painted is exactly why there should be an Avs game at Folsom Field. Could not agree more.
God, that's a great idea.
With all due respect to Colorado Springs, they get really
no.
testy when you bring this up, but it was an absolute shit show.
It was a literal human tragedy. I don't think there's another way to put it. Yeah,
a person died.
that's what I'm saying. A literal you could not have. I'm a big worst case scenario. That was your worst case scenario. That was your worst case scenario.
So
maddening.
Look,
maddening.
They good for them. They got their shot at it.
I don't know. I say bad for them.
It's our turn.
I agree. Can we avoid human tragedy though with parking? I should hope so.
I mean,
Because I never loved driving up to Buffs games.
to be fair,
It's not a fun time.
Folsom Folsom is used to these size events. It wouldn't be any different.
It's true. It's true. I often go shuttle parking at Folsom.
Oh, I forgot about the fake mountains that they put at Coors Field when they did it there. And the fake snow that it got windy and they started blowing around everywhere. That was rough.
God.
All right. Finally on my big three here. Again, I didn't really want to look at Saturday.
We're going right to Sunday, baby.
I'm going right to Sunday. Broncos plus 9.5. I don't know what's going to happen.
Wow.
But I feel really good about the game being close.
You do, huh?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I'm seeing so much insecurity out of Kansas City this week. Everywhere I look, insecure about this, insecure about that. I'm like, aren't you guys almost double-digit favorites? Why are you hurt so
All
much?
they need
Who
is a
hurt you?
leader Ruski, and they can really take it to him. But, even before Pat Mahomes, winning in December in Arrowhead was never a cakewalk.
Never for anyone.
No.
Elway, Manning.
Right.
But we got to stop with this in December thing. It's going to be like 50 degrees. It doesn't. It's not
Wait,
like
same thing's happening in KC?
Yeah.
They're not getting a winner either?
No.
Oh, shit. Well, that might help. Might be like Arrowhead in October. Arrowhead in October is not that scary.
I just reminded myself that I had like two big things I wanted to bring up in our tailgate meeting, and I just didn't bring one of them up.
45-minute meeting. It's also the only meeting I get to not run, so I'm off the rails.
Yeah, I ran that one.
You did a pretty good job keeping us on the rails. Henry and I were ready to steer off
That
track
Justin
as
Simmons
much
shirt
as
looks
possible.
so good on you that I
It looks
might
outstanding.
break my black shirt only rule for that.
It looks really outstanding. It's a phenomenal shirt.
Really is really good. All right, Dre's big three.
Dre's big three. It's good stuff. I went 2-1 last night, by the way. So 3-3 night for the boys. Let's update that record before we forget.
I'll do it right now.
Lambjacks. Did I get the spelling right, Ryan? 5th time's a charm.
No.
Ah! Oh, damn it. I'll get it. I'll get it one of these days. So they're playing the lowly Pittsburgh Steelers, who kind of know how to stop Lamar, but not really. Lamar keeps getting all this hate from the prop setters because he'd gone over this figure 3 in a row prior to the Sunday nighter against the Browns, and then he started the season off going over this 5 in a row. So he's only gone under 2 games all year. Take Lamb Jacks over 233.5. It's always a hard-fought game, and they're going to need him to have a big performance. I think he's going to stop running it as much. Now, Iowa plus 6.5 first half. I feel like this happens every year, Ryan, whether it's Northwestern or Wisconsin. The Big Ten title game. Maybe it's a Lucas Oil Stadium and the fact that that steakhouse that everyone talks up isn't even open anymore. The fave is always a little sleepy in the Big Ten championship. That means the dog, to keep it close in the first half, Michigan will then wake up after that and kind of dismantle them. And it's the first time in 92 games Alabama is an underdog, Ryan, under Nick Saban. And go Dogs. I will take Bama as an underdog, and I will take the Dogs to cover that spread, Ryan.
I think you're so off on this one. I really do.
I know. But truth be told, Georgia's just better. Georgia's just way better.
Yeah, but can they beat Alabama and the referees?
I know you're big on this referee thing. I don't think it's as much of an issue in college football.
It's even more of an issue in college football. There's way more collusion, way more corruption.
Because of taunting? Now everyone gets paid, Ryan.
What do you mean?
Everyone just gets paid.
I know, and
It's chill.
the SEC will make sure that their referees get them 2 college football playoff teams. Do you realize the millions of dollars that are at stake here? If Georgia wins, I'll put this entire theory of mine to bed.
Also,
I'll never bring it up again.
with an L, Bama does get in on a few different scenarios.
No, they don't.
I'm with you, but I was talking it out with the boys.
3
There's a
losses?
few- No, it'd be 2.
Oh,
they
only have
ended up winning against Auburn.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
They're not getting in. If they lose this game, they are not getting in.
I hope so. I hope they don't.
It's easier.
And I really
it's
think
easier
they'll
for the
lose.
SEC
I
to
really
corrupt
think
their
they'll
referees than
lose.
it is for them to corrupt the college football playoff committee. Both very easily corruptible.
Very easily corruptible. Yeah. Interesting. I love your
But
theory.
like I said, if all right,
Excuse me.
here's my 2 things.
Yeah.
If they lose and don't make the playoff, I will put my theory to rest. If they do make the playoff, then I'll just say, oh, they already had an agreement in place with the committee.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Interesting. We'll see.
We will see. Do you know where you can get in on all this action?
Yes, I do. DraftKings Sportsbook, baby, number
Double-fisted.
1 in all the land. Double-fisted rankings. No one like them. Right?
Oh, by the way, we didn't. I'll circle back to this after we talk about DraftKings Sportsbook. DraftKings Sportsbook, wow, unbelievable.
Thank you, DraftKings.
Bet 1, win 100 on any NFL game as long as a point is scored. It's that simple. And as always, I'll stake it again. 0-0 tie. You sign up. You choose a game. That game ends in a 0-0 tie. I'll give you $1 million.
You know, everyone talks shit about soccer and 0-0 ties, but a 0-0 tie in football sounds exhilarating.
Electric.
Like some real Mr. Magoo stuff has to happen at the red zone for you to end up 0-0. It'd be a hilarious game to watch.
Well, the only way I can see it happening is like an absolute blizzard. Where there's like 3 feet of snow on the playing surface.
Right.
And no one can do anything. No one can kick a field goal.
Yeah, right.
So they have to go for every 4th down. But anyways, we can't even get...
Blizzard warning in Hawaii.
Well, they don't play games there, so we're safe once again.
It's true.
Blizzard warning in Hawaii. Everything's normal, right? It's 70 degrees in December in Colorado, and there's a blizzard warning in Hawaii.
Yep.
Nothing to worry about here.
Nothing to
Live
see
news
here.
updates or live weather updates from Nighthawk herself, who is in Hawaii.
Yeah, I can't take many more Hawaii photos on.
When I go on
I hate to be
vacation,
that guy, but
I'll drop 1 flex.
0. Guess what I'm doing? Enjoying vacation. I don't give a shit if you can see my vacation.
I want.
I know. I know. That's. I'm saving it for Sunday. I won't get into my, narcissistic tendencies of the modern man. I am saving that for Sunday.
Fair enough. Anyways, DraftKings Sportsbook, $1 million. $1 million. If you play, if you use this promotion, you bet 1 to win 100, and you don't get it, and you can prove it to me on a 0-0 tie, I'll give you $1 million.
That you were also a new customer.
Yep, got to be a new customer too.
And somehow you wandered on this podcast. You heard Arcade. You bet it. It didn't hit, and you reached out.
That's how sure I am.
If you can accomplish all those steps, boy, we've got it. We're cooking with fire.
We are cooking with fire. Anyways, DraftKings Sportsbook, where you can also get a $1,000 sign-up bonus when you use the code DNVR. Of course, you must be 21 or older, Colorado only. Bonus comprised of a first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each with $500. A deposit bonus comprised of 25x playthrough and restrictions to apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
Congrats, show listener. Show history there. My man going a cappella on the read with nothing to see like that. Wow.
By the way, okay, so you said you like Iowa?
First half, Iowa. Bro, you think
You got someone to sign up.
you think Jim Harbaugh isn't gonna be like so tight in his khakis against he's so close?
He might be tight in his khakis, but it's gonna be for another reason.
Oh god. I just think that, a lot of these teams they've been on the cusp before, but they've never, Gundy and Oklahoma State and Michigan and Harbaugh and Georgia. I think there's a lot of the nerves getting to you early in these games.
Fair enough. I mean, I could maybe see that if Iowa wasn't.
I know you're big on this. Iowa is
generationally bad championship game team.
Well, they do have that going for them.
But I could be wrong. I like Iowa. I'm an Iowa guy.
No, and I think they match up well. They have similar identities.
I know you've been talking about run fits.
Bro, run fits and O-line. Everyone's buzzing about that.
I love it.
That's so true. We were talking about it on the fantasy pod even.
Run fits and O-line play.
It's so in vogue right now.
The hottest thing of the season.
So hot.
Okay.
Let's go to the dilemma.
What is the
Maybe
dilemma?
the most controversial
Oh God,
dilemma
we're
we've ever had.
asleep at the wheel again?
Almost the
Someone
most.
is asleep at the wheel.
No, I'm not a Michigan man. I am an Iowaman because
He's just a buff.
the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Right.
And Iowa and Nebraska are enemies.
Right. Well, I mean, Iowa likes to sun them every Thanksgiving. I don't know that they're enemies.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fun. Dilemma of the day is this week's all dogs go to hell with RK's parlay ban.
Ryan.
No.
What do you
Look,
say?
I am on a parlay ban. It means
He is.
I am not allowed to bet
He
parlays
isn't.
this week.
He is not.
But you guys are allowed to bet parlays. So I will give you an all dogs go to heaven parlay. If I can see any dogs that I like here. I am striking out thus far. Okay, I like.
Don't you love the Chargers, Ryan?
No, I hate them.
But isn't that a classic? Isn't this what the all dogs should be built on? Is team coming off a monumental win, riding high, and team coming off an embarrassing loss, and everyone thinks like, oh, they're done.
Yeah, I mean, it does fit, but I have no confidence in the Los Angeles Chargers to do anything noteworthy ever. So, number one, the Washington football team.
Let's go.
They are taking
good
on
one.
the Las Vegas Raiders,
It's a good one.
and they suck.
Yeah. Heineke, are you
I'm a Heine guy.
you're a Heine guy?
Yeah.
To the Broncos next year, you'd sign.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, if that
so
saves
there are
them from
limits
drafting
to you
a
being a
quarterback,
Heine guy.
if that saves them from drafting a quarterback in this year's draft, then yeah.
Kenny P?
No. 2 gloves.
Matt Willie?
He wears 2 gloves.
He does.
Matt
he does.
Corral, he has an arm sleeve. That gets me going.
Yes. Matt, I found his comp, and I'm Dunsky.
Who is it?
It's Mitchell Trubisky.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
tough. I see a little more Baker.
A baby maker Baker. Yeah. he ain't lasting in the NFL either, right? So
Fair enough. So anyways, I'll just take Teddy for another year. Everyone hates this take, but
sure, I love it though.
over Heineke.
No, wow. Okay, there you go.
Okay. See, let me just make sure I didn't miss any dogs that I like here. All of my favorite teams to take as dogs are playing other shit teams.
We're a bit dogless, yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest. I hate this week's all dogs parlay, which means you should probably bet it. Next one is the Seahawks over the 49ers at home. I hate this pick.
Oh God, I've never hated anything more. Ryan.
It's one of the worst picks I've ever given out.
Yeah.
And then finally, Sunday Night Football. Broncos over Chiefs.
Yep.
Plus 310. That gets you to plus 1950. Tell me a fact about the year 1950.
1950, the NFL gets started in 1950, as does the AFL. And
10 years later, Denver Broncos.
They merged. They made a baby.
Yeah.
And it was the NFL again. But it's like naming your child Junior and taking the Junior off. There you go.
Or it's like a mother eating its young.
It's similar to that as well, yes. I would go Chargers, football team, Broncos.
So we're just trading Seahawks and Chargers.
Yeah. Also, the Steelers would kind of fit the dog mold I was describing earlier with the Chargers.
Mike Trout, you are not allowed to make a parlay because you have joined me in Parlay Makers Anonymous, and I'm your accountability buddy. So no, you can't make a parlay.
What do those guys have to say on SGPs? Your brothers out there at Parlays Anonymous.
They don't like those either.
They don't.
Hate them.
Oof.
But
not my kind of
I
crowd,
like
I
making them.
Oh,
you know,
me
it's like
too.
when you don't have enough money to buy the shoes at the store, but you like looking at the shoes. So I'll make an SGP with you if you want.
Not today, but yeah.
Okay, on Sunday?
On Sunday. I sure will be.
Sunday.
SGPing it up.
Does JOK, I assume he's talking about
Yo.
Nikola
He's
Jokic.
talking about Jokic, yeah.
But there's also Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah,
I don't think he's talking about
who doesn't play tomorrow. So
bye week, huh?
Yoke is, of course, going to have a good game. He says, I lost the 4-leg by 2 points because he couldn't get to 20 on Wednesday.
Yeah,
it was his worst game of the year, and he put up 18, 15, and 7. So that's our baseline. We just everything else above that.
Bill Russell's literally considered the third greatest basketball player of all time for averaging those exact numbers.
I agree, but when you put in all caps, that looks like JOK to me.
Right.
Anyways, the Joker at Madison Square Garden? Are you kidding me?
He gets up for those games, though. He doesn't strike me as an early riser, and it is an 11 o'clocker.
That is true.
For them. They've been traveling on the East Coast already. So.
Feels like one for them. It's a little post-lunch digestion for me, you know.
I'm not worried about it.
Just had a Sando in my car.
I will say he does seem like a guy who sleeps until 2 p.m. and then just goes straight to the arena.
Legend.
God, I love that man.
Oh, he's the best.
He's
the best.
It's basically like a few members of my family, Allie, Nikola Jokic.
What about my mom?
I've done the rankings.
She's up there too.
I've done the rankings before, and mine are more aggressive and controversial than Ryan's. Even, so I do not care to repeat those. Yes.
You're in the running as well, Dre.
Thanks, bud.
And you, the listener, you're up there as well.
Congratulations, listener. Oh, I see. FU 2006 is in the chat. I love to say that Avi name just for the sake of it.
Hold on.
No, we answered all your questions.
He
Whoopsies.
wants an SGP for tomorrow. I don't know if those are available yet.
I think you can wager on the Avs game tomorrow, not the Nuggets just yet.
Yep, not available.
If you were to SGP it, though,
Just go conservative on Jokic points, assists, and rebounds.
close your eyes and say over 21.5, over 11.5, over 5.5.
Boom.
Boom. Madison Square
180.
Garden, thick on thick. We love that matchup.
Oh, we love thick on thick.
Or thick on skinny, a little Nerlens action.
Oh, wow.
And then, my
Push
guy.
him around. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us this week. Sunday, not a normal edition of the tailgate.
No, AB normal, as the kids call it.
Abnormal.
Yep.
That's going to be coming to you at 5 p.m. It's going to work as sort of like a pregame show for the Broncos. It's going to be lit, as the kids say.
No, it actually
They
is.
stop
Yes.
saying that.
Yeah, it's been a minute since.
Come down to the DNVR bar and just hang out with us while we do the tailgate. We're going to be like yelling at you in the crowd, and you're going to yell back at us. It's going to be this whole thing. Then we're going to drink afterwards. I can't wait.
They're not saying lit. There was a song the bar was playing prior to you arriving that was, speaking of getting zooted, are they saying that these days?
That's something totally different.
Something very different.
Okay, never mind.
All right. We'll talk to you
Apologies for
guys
that
later. Have a great weekend.